everybody a chance to tune on in, tap in before we start building on the subject matter for the day, man. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Tuesday thus far, man. I got about an hour to spare, man. So I got something I want to build on real quick. Very interesting world we live in, man. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to tune in and tap in with the kid before I start diving into this subject matter, man. This world that we live in is quite goofy, quite strange, man. And this is one of those topics that just adds on to that reality that just makes the world a lot more goofy, a lot more strange, a lot more interesting, man. This world is just, it's extra and ultra sensitive, man. It's rough out here. It's real in the field. Andronicus, peace. What's going on? What's the word? Yeah, this world that we live in, man, it gets stranger by the day. It gets stranger by the day. Salacious, peace. Montel, peace. What's the word? Self-made Rob, peace. What's the word? Like this world gets more interesting by the day, man. Like now we got a whole fat-phobic epidemic, like an uprising out here, man. Like it's crazy. Like I've seen some very crazy things pertaining to this subject matter, and I thought that the stuff was a joke. Like I thought it was like satire. Like I was like, these people really don't mean what they saying in regards to some of the comments and posts and things of that nature that I have seen revolving around this. But these people I've come to realize and know are dead serious about what they saying. Beautiful Goddess Keys, peace, queen, what's happening? Andronicus, man, I just saw a post. It was like a Twitter post, and the lady was saying, stop calling the workout or stop calling the workout program. Stop saying fat burning. What did she say? Fat burning, calorie torching. She called those fat phobic marketing tactics. So we shouldn't refer to the workout regimen as fat burning. That's offensive. So if I tell you that this workout that I have for you, it burns fat, then that is a fat phobic marketing strategy, and I should not utilize it. Wow. So I shouldn't promote a workout regimen that burns fat. That is offensive. That makes me fat phobic. If I'm doing a workout that centers around burning fat, that's crazy. And that literally was the post. That literally was the post. She said, don't call it calorie torching or fat burning. That's fat phobic. So if you are a lady, if you are a man and you out here doing a fat burning workout, that is an offensive workout. You are fat phobic because you are doing a fat burning workout. So if you do high intensity interval training, if you do strength training, forms of training that are known to burn fat, you are fat phobic. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Like I didn't know this whole time I was working out, trying to be fit. I didn't know this whole time it was because I was fat phobic. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know that my fear of being obese outweighed my desire to be healthy. I had no idea. I thought I was doing this just to reach my optimal level of health. I didn't know that I was working out, staying fit, eating healthy because I have a fear of being obese. I didn't know that was the case. I thought I was doing this so I can be around for a long time, so I can function at a high level because I just want to be healthy. That's why I thought I was doing what I was doing. That's what I thought. Let everybody else tell it. I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm afraid to be obese. That's what fat phobia is. You are afraid, you have a fear of obesity. So if you're working out here trying to remain fit and slim, whatever the case may be, even if you're trying to drop weight, you have a fear of being obese. Wow. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. Tay, peace. Queen, what's happening? Lindell, Avid, peace. And even still, what's crazy is I'm not even against that. If you are working out because you have a fear of obesity, I'm all for it if it prevents you from becoming obese or if it motivates you to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? That's like almost like if I eat a certain type of way because I have a fear of coming down with a cancer. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Like, if I change the way that I'm eating because I'm afraid of acquiring cancer, I have a fear of acquiring cancer. So I change the way that I'm eating because of the fear of cancer, and that motivates and inspires me to adopt a healthier lifestyle. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? So if somebody has a fear of becoming obese because of the health complications that come with it, and they decide to change the way that they are living and change their lifestyle, what is wrong with that? Why do we got to label them fat phobic? No, they don't want to be obese. They don't want to die of something they could control. So they're going to scale back on the way that they was eating. They're going to change the way that they was eating. They're going to exercise more. They're going to move more, things of that nature. What is wrong with that? Like, I don't even see the problem in that. Even if you have a fear of obesity. Just like if you have a fear of cancer, if you have a fear of dying of diabetes and things like that, so you take preventative measures to avoid the situation. What's wrong with that? Beautiful Goddess Keys, definitely overly sensitive. It's sickening. It's sickening. Like literally, if you work out here and you try to, you stand in shape via working out, that is literally considered fat phobic to some people. My boy Antonio, peace. TZ, man, I'm telling you, like that's crazy. Like I said, I thought, hey, Tay, you say you, man, I can't even say it, diabetic phobic. I'm cancer phobic. I'm diabetic phobic. I'm high blood pressure phobic. I'm all of that. I'm asthma phobic. I'm HIV AIDS phobic. I'm all of that. I'm all of that. I'm depression phobic. Like, I don't want to be any of that. I don't want to be any of that. I have a fear of being any of that. So I guess I'm phobic in all of those areas. I'm phobic in all of those areas. That's what we might as well say. Oh man, I'm changing the way that I'm eating because I don't want to come down with a cancer. You cancer phobic. Like what? Like that's the world that we live in. This is literally the world that we are living in. It's literally the world that we living in. RBGPs. Yeah, hey, police phobic. Man, listen, don't even get me started on that. Yes, police phobic, most definitely. Most definitely. Nick, peace, what's happening? Like, this world is crazy sensitive. And like I said, I was just talking about a lot of heat that then came my way just being like a short male. Man, like, listen, short, black man, nappy hair. Man, listen, growing up, man, I done been at the receiving end of a lot of jokes. You know what I'm saying? When you got the nappy hair, people make fun of you. When your skin's a little bit darker than a lot of people, people make fun of you. When you're short, people make fun of you as a male, as a man. You know what I'm saying? So I done dealt with the body shame, and I done dealt with people coming at my image and things like that, man. So I done dealt with that. I done dealt with all of that, man. So I know what it is. So I know what it feels like to receive that type of energy, man. But come on. Come on, man. I'm not about to dwell on that stuff and say everybody, oh, you short phobic. You nappy phobic. Like, I'm not about to make up these words, man. I'm not about to do all this type of nonsense, man. I'm not about to do it. I'm not about to do it. Listen, if you comfortable in your skin, just be comfortable in your skin, man. That's what it is. But you ain't about to start a movement that's promoting a lifestyle that's not necessarily the healthiest. Like, what I'm saying is, like, it's hard to even suggest that people lose the weight now, because now you're going to get considered fat phobic. You know what I'm saying? It's a fat phobia. Like, no, losing weight will literally increase your lifespan. It will take stress off your heart, like literally. There are health benefits to dropping weight. Being obese, there are known health complications that come with being obese. Known health complications. So why wouldn't I suggest or recommend that a person that is obviously obese shed some pounds? I'm not saying that to be offensive. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm saying that to look out for a person's health, just like if I was to see an overly skinny person and I'm like, man, you can afford to bulk up and put on some more muscle. You don't want to just be skin and bones, man. You need to put on some muscle mass so you can increase your bone density and things like that. So I would give that person similar advice. I don't want to see you all skin and bones. Put on some muscle. So it's time for you to strength train, hit the weights hard so you can improve your bone density and your bone quality, your bone mass. But when you suggest that a person lose some weight that's obese, now it's a problem. It's offensive. Terenzo, peace, my brother. Tony, you say obesity is the gateway, most of the diseases. 100%. Like, it's all, they have been linked. Like, obesity has been linked to a lot of ailments, a lot of diseases and things like that. And that's literally all, a person such as myself, that's literally all I'm suggesting, is that you lose the weight to prevent to prevent you coming down with some of those ailments and diseases. That's literally all I'm talking about. Ms. Donnie says she got the black screen. Here they go. Because my screen is good on my end. Yeah, and beautiful Goddess Keys, that's exactly how I was viewing the situation. Accountability is released. Once we start coming up with these terms, accountability is now released. So it ain't more so that I got to strive to be healthy. Nah, everybody else is just fat phobic. So I don't need to lose weight. I don't need to take care of myself. I don't need to eat healthier. I don't need to work out. I don't need to exercise. I'm comfortable being obese. And if you're not comfortable with my obesity, then it's fat phobia. Now, again, you got cruel people. You got people out here that's just gonna make fun of people just because they petty and they trash individuals that are overweight, that are obese. But you have sincere individuals that's like, nah, man, like, nah, like, listen, you got diabetes. Even if you don't have diabetes, like, you obese, then that's increasing your chances of coming down with it. So you need to drop the weight. You having back problems, you having knee issues. You probably having some of these issues because of the excess weight. So if you drop some of the weight, it's gonna make it a lot more easier for you to move. You have sincere individuals. Like some of us, that's our profession. That's what we do. I train people. That's what I do. I'd be doing you a disservice if you came to me and started expressing all these problems. And I know that obesity is the cause of a lot of these problems, or one of the causes. And I don't suggest that you lose weight. I wouldn't be doing my duty. I wouldn't be doing my job as a trainer. So I gotta let you know that, hey, if you drop some pounds, then that's probably gonna help your knee issue. That's gonna help you with the knee pain. That's gonna help you with the back pain. It's gonna help with all of that. That's gonna help increase your chances of reversing the diabetes. That's going to help you get off of the blood pressure medication if you decrease the weight. All right, Justin, wisdom, peace, what's happening? Justin, you say, question, a lot of people defense mechanisms is that some people can't help being big because of certain conditions. Is that true, or are they on some non-accountable stuff? See, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't expect everybody to be skin and bones, but everybody has a weight, like a weight that they can get to that's comfortable for their particular height. Everybody can do that, man. But most people don't want to strive to do what they need to do to get to that weight because there's a lot of discipline required. So everybody can lose weight. There ain't one person on the planet that can't lose weight. Everybody can lose weight. Like losing weight, like that's crazy. Like some people literally think they can't lose weight. Like, no, everybody can lose weight. If you fasting, like if you fast, you are going to lose weight. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. A lot of people that say they can't lose weight or it wasn't meant for them to lose weight, those are, for the most part, in my experience, the people that say that are the people that don't have the discipline to do what's required to lose weight. Now, losing weight may be harder for some people. It may be harder for some people, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It's almost like when people say things are hereditary and runs in the family, certain diseases and ailments. So if you got a lot of people in your family that didn't had cancer or have cancer, you may be more susceptible to the cancer than me. So you might have to do a little bit more to prevent coming down with cancer than I do. But that don't mean that you necessarily is destined for you to come down with the cancer. You just got to put in more work than the average person to prevent coming down with the cancer. And that's how it is in regards to weight loss of some individuals. Some individuals got to work a lot harder and do a lot more to lose weight, opposed to some individual or other individuals, I should say. So that's what it is. And some of those individuals are not willing to do what's necessary and required for them to drop the pounds. So we all different, you know what I'm saying? So some people out here, it just takes a lot for them to lose weight and they don't want to do that. They don't want to do it. It's all, we want the quick fix, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people can't accept that reality. Like, man, you may have to legit fast in order for you to lose weight. Like, you can't just change the way that you eat. Like, it may not work for you. Yeah, you can eat clean, but you're not gonna drop the weight how you want to drop the weight. You gotta add or implement some fasting. And that's when you really gonna start seeing the pounds come off. But a lot of people, they not down for the fasting. They not down for it. They don't have the discipline. They feel like they gotta eat. And every time you feel like you gotta eat, the way your body is set up, eating ain't good for your situation. Any type of food you consume, it adds on, or you maintain the weight. So in order for you to lose the weight, you gotta not eat. It's some people that's what they gotta do, and they not willing to do that. Some people can just decrease their portions. Some people can do that. Some people can decrease their portions, and they can lose weight that way. Other people, it don't work for them. Don't work for them like that. So it all revolves around the individual, but everybody can afford to drop some pounds, especially if you are overweight and you're obese. Everybody can afford to drop some pounds. Everybody can afford to do that if you are overweight and obese. There is nobody on this planet that just can't lose weight. But there are people on the planet that don't want to do what's required to lose the weight. Yeah, beautiful goddess. That's what I'm saying. It's babysitting, it's coddling, all that type of nonsense, man. When you put in the work and you do what's required and necessary, like, you're gonna see excess weight. You're gonna see that excess weight come off, and you're gonna start to feel better. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. But a lot of people are not willing to commit to that type of lifestyle. And that's just what it is. A lot of people are not willing to commit to the lifestyle that you would have to commit to in order to drop the excess weight. Beautiful guys, guess what I'm saying? Them first 2 days, the roughest days. After that, you're rolling. You know what I'm saying? You on cloud nine, you floating, you good. Feel like you levitating, out of body experiences. Like, that's how you feel after day 2 of fasting, man. But a lot of people don't have that discipline. They start saying things like, it's hereditary. It's just meant for me to be obese. When people start saying that, that's equivalent to people saying that it runs in my family. Cancer runs in my family. Diabetes runs in my family. No, it don't. It's just the habits running your family. So when people start saying things like, it was just meant for me to be this big, I can't lose the weight, this, that, and the third, it's equivalent to what I just said, saying something runs in your family. No. Andronicus, what I'm saying, man, then RBG, I might have to consider that. But Andronicus, then that's what it is, man. It's just people just lazy, man. Like, I get it. I'm not telling you to hate what you see in the mirror, but we can all strive for improvement. Like, listen, people look at me and they look at me and say that I'm fit, but I'm always knowing and understanding I can improve. So that's all it's about. See, I think people saying that we are encouraging these people to hate themselves. Like, if you look in the mirror and you see that you overweight and obese and you're not satisfied, that means you hate yourself. Like, that's not what that means, man. If I look in the mirror and say, man, I want to increase the size of my chest, that don't mean I hate myself. That just means, all right, I got this goal, or I see improvement. I see areas where I can improve. Ain't got nothing to do with hating myself. So if you look in the mirror and see that you overweight and you obese and you say, man, I want to do something about that, it got nothing to do with hate. Matter of fact, that's self-love. It's like, man, I know this excess weight is like, I'm gonna do something about it. But they got people thinking that if you look in the mirror and you don't accept the obesity and you being overweight, that you hating yourself. No, like, it's a difference between things you can't control and things you can control. Like I said, it's like my height. I can't just eat food so I can grow. No, like that, you got to accept that. But when it comes to something pertaining to weight, you don't have to accept your weight. You can literally control your weight. You can literally change that. If you 5 feet even and you 200 pounds, man, you can lose weight. Like, you literally can do it. There are plenty of things you can do to lose weight. That is something that you can control. So no, man, we're not telling you, oh man, if you overweight and obese and you don't like it, you hate yourself. No, you're not satisfied. You see it's an area for improvement in your life, just like it's other areas where we can improve, and you about to do something about it. Like that, like, to me, that That doesn't make any sense, man. Like people got it confused, man. I'm not telling a person, oh, you hate yourself. No, or to hate yourself, man. You look in the mirror, you see the obesity, you need to hate it. No, you need to be confident in yourself in regards to wanting to be healthier. Like I said, I'm always striving to be healthier. I'm never satisfied. I'm always striving to improve. So why shouldn't a person that's obese have the same type of mindset? Why should they have that? Why should they have that type of mindset? Why should they be able to say, I'm content, I'm complacent, I'm good. I'm good with being 200 pounds overweight. Like, no, like I'm good with being 500 pounds. No, you should not be comfortable with that. You should not be comfortable with that. You should not be comfortable with that at all, man. It's almost like having a job that doesn't fit your worth. You shouldn't be comfortable with that. You shouldn't be. You should strive to get another job that's paying you your worth, or you should create an opportunity for yourself that's allowing you to earn what you are worth. And I feel like that's the same way with the body, man. Like it ain't got anything to do with being fat phobic or none of that, man. It has everything to do with being healthy, man. You know good and well being 400, 500 pounds is not healthy. It's not. There is nothing healthy about carrying that excess weight. Nothing. It's a lot of health complications that stem from that. So it's best to try to get that under control to the best of your abilities without getting some type of surgery. You know? And that's what we saying. That's what we saying. Corey, there you go. And and stay with it. Stay with it. You still got some room, man. You still got some room. You still got some time to eat. Let's get it. Hey, beautiful goddess keys, man. What's that? Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, that's the God voice. Oh, Torenzo, no doubt. And I just warn people about the first 2 days because that's the days when a lot of people just quit. So I try to let people know what to expect. Like if you new to fasting, them first 2 days you gonna feel like you need to eat, you're gonna feel weak and things like that. And that's when a lot of people revert back to eating and things of that nature. And I just try to warn them to let them know that it's normal. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. So a lot of people get to fasting in those first days, they feel like they're about to pass out, faint, like nauseous, all that type of stuff, man. All those feelings are normal. But a lot of people can't handle those said feelings. You know, so I at least try to give them a warning. Like, all right, man, day 1 and 2, this how you gonna feel. This how your body gonna respond, especially if you overly toxic. Nick, you say calisthenics as a starting point. For the most part, that's why I start a lot of people off at. A lot of body weight exercises, man. For one, the body weight joints help with form when it comes to things like squats, you know. And so that's definitely a good starting point, just mastering your body weight first and foremost. So I start a lot of people off with body weight, calisthenic type of movements and regimens and things like that. Then we work our way up to weights. And then essentially you want to incorporate both elements or all elements. You know what I'm saying? Some boxing, some calisthenics, some strength training, some cardio, all of that. You want to combine all of that, what they call cross training or CrossFit, all that type of stuff, man. So you want to incorporate all elements eventually. But yeah, calisthenics is definitely a good starting point, just mastering your body weight. But even on top of that, there's some body weight movements that some people cannot do. Everybody can't do a pull-up, you know what I'm saying? And if they don't have access to an assisted pull-up machine, then I have to give them the weights. I have to, have them do bent over rows or something along those lines, because not everybody can do a pull-up. And if they don't have a way that they can do assisted pull-ups, then we gotta do something else, gotta give them something else for that back. And that may involve a weight. So it depends on the movement. But like body weight squats and all that type of stuff, that's definitely a good starting point. But when it comes to things like pull-ups, then that depends on the person. It's a lot of grown men out here that cannot do one single pull-up. A lot of people cannot pull their body weight up. So it's a science to mastering the pull-up. Oh yeah, Justin. Yeah, it's that rhythm, man. But Even like I said with fasting, like with stuff I suggest, man, you just pick one day out the week, boom, hit you a fast. One day out the week, pick a comfortable day and say I'm a fast on the same day every week. Like little simple stuff like that, man. Simple stuff like that, turn your whole health around, man. Little simple stuff like that. One day of fasting per week. Turn everything around for you. But nice, peace queen, what's happening? You say you trying to bulk up. You trying to bulk up. Gotta get the meals in. Get them plant-based meals in. That'll put that weight on you. Just peace, what's happening? Oh yeah, fatphobic, man. Anything you do that prevents you from becoming obese and overweight is fat. You fatphobic. Y'all know I gotta keep my head on a swivel out here, man. People be popping up on me out the blue, man. So if y'all see me looking up, man, that's what I'm paying attention to, man. People be trying to surprise me and pop up at the gym, man. I don't like getting caught off guard. I ain't too fond of surprises, so I'm always keeping my head on the swivel around here. Tony, what you say? You say what you think about training full body every other day and cardio in between strength days, or do you recommend split training? Depends on where you at. Like if you are a beginner, then I recommend 3 days of the full body joint. So an exercise or a movement for each body part, preferably with a day in between. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the 2 days in between, you can hit some cardio. But if you like intermediate or advanced, then I recommend split training, having like a push and pull day and a leg day and things like that. But if you are a beginner, then you want to always start out with the full body joint 3 days out the week with that day in between, your Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then the days in between, you want to hit you some cardio. Or you can do it like this. If you striving to burn fat, which I didn't know is an offensive term, but if you striving to really burn fat from working out, then a good method. I gotta tap in again. I'm looking at somebody. All right, no, but a good method to burn fat if you striving to do it while working out, lifting weights. You could do this instead of doing cardio on a day where you don't lift. If you're not able to get up in the morning and do fasted cardio, then after your workout, after you hit the weights, you can do cardio for like 30 minutes after the weightlifting session. That'll also help you tap into the fat burning zone. So you could either do the fasted cardio on the days where you're not hitting the weights, or you can do 30 minutes of cardio after you hit the weights. So either way you want to go about it. Either way you want to go about it. Just I'm tired, man. Listen, man, I'm tired of a lot of people on this planet had to relocate to Venus or Saturn or something, man. I can't take it, man. Like you fat folk, you can't say anything. You literally cannot say anything these days without somebody getting offended. And a lot of times, man, it again, we can talk about all groups of people, but you can say whatever you want about black people and they can continue to kill black people as a whole, but that's not a problem. But if you say you want to get in shape or you say something about fat burning, that in and of itself is offensive. But people can say whatever they want about black people, and then these cops can come out here and shoot and kill us and get away with it. There's nothing for, they ain't black phobic. They ain't black people phobic. Nah, they not that. If I say that, then I'm racist or I'm speaking hatred. I'm like, if I say something about these white folks and these cops being black people phobic, being afraid of black people, then now all of a sudden I'm a problem. I'm a villain. I'm a villain. And it's obvious. I mean, they killing us for no reason. They literally are saying they are in fear of their lives. So they literally letting you know that they are fearing black people. They are literally saying it. They are literally using that as justification for shooting and killing us, for assassinating us, for murdering us. They are literally saying that. I was in fear of my life. But then if we call it out and we say that, then we wrong. But we say fat burning, then now we fat phobic. That's the world we live in. Walker, peace. What's happening? Walker, you say I do weightlifting around 10 a.m., but my question is, do you think cardio in the same day in the evening is effective, like a 6 hour time span in between workouts? The only way that cardio is effective on the day in which you are lifting weights is if you do it immediately after your weightlifting, or if you do it later on in the day. If you do it in a fasted state. That's the only way that your cardio is really going to be effective for shredding up, for leaning out, for losing weight. You have got to do it in a fasted state or immediately after your weightlifting session. Those are the only two ways that it will really be effective. The cardio I'm speaking of. So if you want your cardio to be effective, be in a fasted state or do it immediately after your weightlifting session. Anais, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody in their right mind should want to be overweight and obese. And like I said, they creating these terms to release the accountability. To release the accountability. That's all it is. But they gotta watch what they promoting. What's crazy is now it's a war on fitness. It's a war on natural bodies. It's a war on all of this stuff. It's literally a war on nature. It's literally a war on nature, man. It is literally a war on nature in many different facets, on many different realms. Like if you, listen, y'all heard me talk about heterosexual individuals, how that's about to be a taboo because it's a war on that. It's a war on being masculine as a man, being feminine as a woman. It's a war on that. That's nature, that's natural. It's also a war on being healthy, being fit, and just achieving the type of body that you want naturally. Because now they are encouraging women, for the most part, they are encouraging women to be okay with being obese and to be okay with getting surgery. So please make this make sense. So one breath, y'all telling these women, well, be fine with being big, being obese. Then you going around and you tell them, you know what? If you're not fine with it, get surgery. Get surgery. So what are you? Like that's contradiction. That's a contradiction. All right, cool. Accept being obese. Be confident in your obesity. But no, give me $20,000 to get this surgery though. We can remove the fat via surgery. So no, yeah, be cool with being obese, but then I'm gonna still take your money to perform this surgery. Contradiction. Contradiction. The hypocrisy is crazy. The hypocrisy is crazy. No face, I'm telling you, I don't understand it. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I guess it wasn't meant for some of us to understand. But it's literally a war on nature. It's a war on nature. It's a war on natural bodies, on being healthy, on being fit. It's a war on all that. It's a war on all that. Oh, you going plant-based because you fat phobic. You don't want to be obese. You fat phobic. And people mean this. People mean this, man. People mean this. Oh, Nick, yeah, it's a war. We gotta put a word in front of information, though, Nick. It's a war on proper information. Proper information. They will allow the wrong information to get out here. It's a war on the truth. It's a war on proper information. That's what it's a war on. Proper education always corrects errors, man. That's one of the acronyms for peace. So it's a war on that proper information. They cool with misinformation. That misinformation, if that's out here, we cool. We're going to accept that. We're going to allow people to push that misinformation. We don't care about people being misinformed out here. That's cool. We accept that. We allow that. All tape, 100%. Because they can't speak out on it. Y'all know me, I be having my eyes on him. Y'all know I got my eyes on him, man, up in here opening this door. Right? These foreigners gotta chill on out. Don't open my door now. Y'all was about to hear me go off real quick, man. They coming in here, peeping in here, opening my door. Y'all was about to witness it. I was about to witness it, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I almost just left my seat for a minute. It was about to get real in the field. They opening my door for while I'm trying to build. All right, let me get back to the build. I was watching them the whole time. They out here looking lost, man. Don't walk in here. Y'all know good and well there ain't nothing in here for y'all. Why y'all opening this door? You know what I'm saying? Quit playing with me. All right, let me go back to the build though, man, because people out here tripping. But yeah, tell you, yeah, that the medical they can't speak on it. It's like when I was reading books written by some doctors or some people in that field that they went through the Western education in regards to Western medicine. Then after they, you know what I'm saying, got the degrees and, you know what I'm saying, was qualified to practice here in the States, they started reading about Eastern medicine and they started coming across the actual truth. And what is the actual truth? That the whole Western medicine situation is doing more harm than good. So they came across the truth, studying Eastern medicine, and it was like, dang, they came across the truth. But if they would have exposed that truth or shared that truth to the public, then they would have lost their license. So now they have made it a situation to where a lot of medical professionals can't speak ill about obese or overweight people. And they ain't even really speaking ill. It's just speaking the truth. Because if they do, then it's going to be a lot of backlash that come their way, and they may threaten to take away their licenses and things of that nature. So that's why a lot of these professionals or these medical professionals ain't saying anything. If they say something, they probably going to get hit with that threat like, hey, watch what you saying about obese and overweight people. We'll take your license, man, because there's a lot of backlash coming from this community, and we don't want that backlash. We don't want that type of attention. So it's that fear. It's that fear. Son, kids, peace, what's happening? Deal said, nah, they ain't trying to get no workout in. They just, again, like they open that door and walk right out. As soon as they seen me up in here, which they could have seen me in here. There ain't no blinds in here. You see me. You know, stop playing with me. Y'all know it ain't nothing in here for y'all, man. Oh, Antonio, yeah, for sure. We already know what group goes against nature by birth. You know what I'm saying? Goes against nature by birth. And like I was doing the knowledge once again, like I told y'all yesterday about the code red for humanity and talking about humans destroying the planet. We know what humans are destroying the planet. We know what kind of man is destroying the planet. What they say, one step for man, one step for mankind. That white man is a kind of man. You know what I'm saying? Like don't even get me started on that science, but we know what kind of man is destroying the planet. And now we in a cold red for humanity. We know who destroying the planet. We know who behind that. We know who been going against nature for the longest. And now nature is deciding to respond like, I mean, I'm tired of y'all playing with me. And once nature gets tired of us, man, it's gonna be it's hard to tame it. It's hard. It's almost like you taking the animal out the wild, right? You taking the animal out the wild, you trying to tame it. You trying to tame that lion. Whole wild, the true nature of that animal, it's a wild animal, it's a lion. So yeah, you may have it tamed, but then once that lion realizes his true nature and it snaps, there ain't nothing you can do with that lion. Ain't nothing you can do with that lion when that lion decides to snap on you. It's nothing you can do. Same way with nature. When Mother Nature decides she done had enough of you tampering with her, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing they can do. When Mother Nature say, I'm tired of y'all tampering with me, I'm about to go off, there's nothing you can do. You can try to control it all you want. There's nothing you're going to be able to do. And that's where we at right now. That's where we at. They done been tampering with Mother Nature too long. Mother Nature is tired of it. Mother Nature is starting to speak. Mother Nature is starting to speak humanity, man, things we done been talking about. I'll tell you now for sure. I let people see exactly what it is when they see exactly what it is. They see exactly who is in here. So I be in here vibing. You know exactly what you about to get when you come here because you seeing me. So that's why I say, man, get out of here with that nosiness. They was in here being nosy. They see me up in here talking and they wanted to see what I was talking about. No, may I help you? Just you say, yeah, Lizzo. You say she seems to have lied to herself, and that's the thing, man. Like, most definitely, like just focus on being healthy, Lizzo. Like that's all people. That's all the honest people are requesting. Just focus on being healthy. Just focus on being healthy, man. Just focus on being healthy, man. I don't feel like it's anything harmful about that type of advice, man. I don't feel like it's anything harmful about that type of advice, man. If you have any physical ailment, man, if you any ailment that you would possibly come down with, you can decrease your chances of it just by simply just being healthy, man. Just focusing on your health, your overall health and well-being, man. Like that, it's not harmful to suggest a person drop some pounds. It's not harmful. It's not. Ray, peace. What's happening? Zeke, Santriez, peace. Say another ice age, man. Listen, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. That fire, all that type of stuff, finna wipe us out. Oh, Antonio, man, the weather patterns have been strange for a minute. For about, man, it's been strange for a minute, and they use the term global warming and things like that, man. But yeah, we didn't have these weird weather patterns for a minute, and we already know about HARP and things like that, how they have manipulated the weather in certain instances and things of that nature. But we didn't been having this problem for a minute. We didn't been having this problem for a minute. And now they want to issue the code red. Now y'all want to issue the code red. And y'all want to say humans are destroying the planet. And they were showing all the water bottles and plastic, the bottom of the oceans and things like that. We just polluting the entire environment. Yep. Wonder who that we is. Wonder who that we is that they talking about. Oh, Nick, yeah, you're not gonna hear that at all. And again, even the ones that do speak out about it, guess what? They getting banned, they getting censored, they getting removed. So you're not gonna hear about it. And that's another thing to consider too. We not gonna like the ones that are coming out speaking against the stuff, they getting banned because the internet is regulated. The health professionals that speaking out against all of this type of stuff, man, they get banned, they get censored, they get silenced, they get deleted, they get removed. So you don't even hear about it. So you do have some professionals that are speaking out against it, or at least have tried to. They just get censored. Don't last long. Can't find them. Can't find them. Oh, Terenzo, man, you talk about boxing. There you go. TKO. Life is a weapon. That's the punchline right there. Life is a weapon. And that's why I tell people sometimes, man, like I'm one to use the word science, but if you want to sit here and act like science hasn't been and cannot be corrupted and used as a tool for manipulation, then you are a fool. You are just as foolish or naive and gullible as you accuse the religious people of being. Science definitely has been corrupted more than once. You know what I'm saying? They have definitely utilized science to manipulate people. But they feel like sometimes if they just put the word science in front of it, then people accept it as truth. I accept the science. I'm rolling with science on this note. I didn't know I had that many religious people on my timeline on Facebook that believed in science. I thought I had a lot of religious folks on my timeline. Now in 2021, everybody trusts science now. Everybody trusts the same. Went from trusting the Lord to trusting science now. I didn't know I had that many scientists. I didn't know I had that many people that rock with science on my timeline. So now y'all went from trusting the Lord to trusting science now. So now y'all trust science. Y'all wasn't trusting science 10 years ago. Y'all wasn't trusting science 20 years ago. Y'all was trusting the Lord. Y'all was trusting y'all had faith. But now y'all have science now. Now y'all rocking with the science. See, that's interesting to me. That's interesting. When we was trying to talk about science 20 plus years ago, 10 years ago, y'all ain't want nothing to do with it because that science probably was challenging your way of life, your beliefs. Now, when it comes to this jab and whatnot and how to treat it, now y'all trust in science. Tony, I'm telling you, I've been on the receiving end of that. The moment I became vegan, the moment I eliminated meat, man, they was coming at me. Oh man, you look like you're sick. This, that, and the third. Man, you need to eat. Like, I was getting all type of criticism, man. What did I do though? I kept it moving. I didn't call the people skinny phobic. They just didn't understand. They didn't understand what I was doing. They still don't understand the path that I'm on. They still don't understand the journey. But I didn't label them skinny phobic. But man, skinny people definitely get bashed, man. We get accused of being sick, cancer, looking like a cancer patient, things like that, man. I could tell you all type of jokes, man. When you initially change the way that you eat and you drop that weight, they don't understand that, man. They don't understand that, and they ridicule you. They criticize you for that. So yes, skinny people definitely get joked on. Hey Ray, that's what I'm saying, man. What we call the grafted. We call them the grafted ones, man. Like the grafted man, like very unnatural, weak and wicked. You know what I'm saying? Imposing his ways on the universe, and that's why a lot of things are chaotic and destructive. You know what I'm saying? Because we have now started to emulate the ways of the grafted man, the weak and wicked man. That's evil by nature. We have emulated his ways. And so now it's just we got an entire world of chaos out here, an entire world of destruction and chaos. Oh, nice, man. I ain't getting none of those jabs, none at all. But it's just funny that everybody trusts science, though. Oh, Denise, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they never checking that finger that's pointing back at all. At all. Walker, man, right? Like I said, I've always talked about one of the healthiest populations in the wilderness of North America being 7 Day Adventists. Um, and a lot of them are vegans, vegetarians, and they plant based, and they live according to Genesis. Basically, stating that Genesis is telling them to be a vegetarian, plant based, vegan, raw foodist, whatever the case may be, fruitarian, however you want to interpret it. But when you read that joint, it is literally telling you what to do. Eat the fruits and veggies. Like that is in there, right there. And the 7 Day Adventists that adhere to that particular scripture, they have some of the best health in the wilderness of North America. They are some of the healthiest people in this country. And that's crazy. It's crazy. But people pick and choose when it comes to the Bible, when it comes to a lot of these holy books, people pick and choose what they want to follow from these particular books. If it's something that they don't feel like they can achieve or accomplish, then they discard that particular scripture. If they don't feel like they have the discipline enough to adhere to that scripture, then they not gonna fool with it. They're gonna say, you know what I'm saying, we all sinners at the end of the day, this, that, and the third. They're gonna come up with a justification. But then when it's something that they feel like they can easily follow or commit to, then now that's when they want to adhere to that particular scripture, and then they want to judge everybody according to that scripture. But then when when it comes to the scripture that they can't follow and you call them out on that, then now they want to use some type of justification like we all sinners and all that type of stuff. So people pick and choose what scripture they want to adhere to and commit to all the time. Oh, just I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I can't imagine how their regiment was. Can't imagine. That's why I tell people all the time, man, just simple things, man, just changing the way that you eating, telling you can resolve a lot of issues. It could prevent a lot of issues. I mean, it's really just that simple, but people lack big time discipline. People lack big time discipline. Oh, Nick, man, you might as well cancel Christmas on that one, man. We should cancel Christmas anyway. But you definitely might as well cancel it when it comes to that request. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, man. People don't. Like one thing I've realized about people, when people know that you are probably you probably about to come from a perspective that's going to demonstrate that their way of life is incorrect, they don't want to hear what you got to say. They don't want to hear what you got to say. They, in their heart and minds, they know that what you about to say is the truth. They don't want to hear it though. So that's what I realized, man. A lot of times people they don't want to read the books you are recommending. They don't want to hear what you got to say simply because they know what you got to say, or the books that you are suggesting is accurate, and it's going to hold them accountable. Because again, they say once you know better, you should do better. But we know that that's not the case. But when you get the information, if you've been eating foul and you get information on how to turn your diet around, and you choose not to implement that information, then everything that comes to you in regards to bad health is by your own doing. You choosing to remain ignorant. So a lot of people like to be held in the dark for that reason, because they feel like if they know, now they are accountable for their situation. They are responsible. They are responsible for the shift in their health. So a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people don't want that. Hey, man, fasting, I'm telling you, fasting is that deal, man. Fasting, just having days where you just go strictly fruits, veggies, like little things like that, man. Just simple stuff, man. Let day go 2 or 3 days, fruits and veggies, living good, man. Get your water in. I mean, man, life could be simple, man. Life is really simple. We make it complicated. Like life is really truly simple. Like how to eat is really simple, but we didn't make it complicated. But it's really not a complicated endeavor, man. Like really how to eat to live is simple. It's real simple, but we have just made it complicated as people. And that's what we tend to do. We tend to complicate things that don't even need to be complicated. Yeah, Walker, for sure, man. And that's what I said, man. So a lot of times, that's what it is, man. When people know you're going to come from that angle that challenges what it is that they believe, they don't want to hear that. They not open. They not open to that. They not open to it. And a lot of times I don't strive to have conversations with said individuals. And now that's the world we living in. So like if you know I'm finna come from an angle that's going to show and prove how I'm not fat phobic, and I'm just looking out for your overall health and well-being, these people ain't gonna want to have a conversation with me. They'll rather entertain the people that are actually just making fun of them. So they'll rather entertain that opposed to the person that's actually giving them facts about why they need to lose the weight. See, they don't want to listen to that individual. They don't want to entertain that individual. They gonna entertain the negative. They gonna entertain the actual negative people that are clowning them for being big. They gonna entertain that. They gonna ignore the positive people, and they gonna ignore the people that's striving to give them information. They gonna cling to the negative people and act like it's millions and millions upon millions of people hating. Even with the Lizzo situation, I'm not saying that people just clowning her for being big, but if you watch the video, almost 80% of the comments or 90% of the comments I'm seeing is positive. They loving what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times we just choose to focus on the negative. But it's a lot of people that rock with Lizzo. When I was looking at the comments for that little video that they talking about, it was all positive comments that I saw. Now, of course, you had the negative comments, but everybody has negative comments. Everybody gonna have trolls. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna exist. When you reach a certain level, everybody gonna have trolls. I done seen plenty of skinny people have trolls. Oh, you need to gain some weight and this, that, and the third. You ain't thick enough. This, that, and the third. So like everybody gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of positive comments as well. You know, so don't overlook that. And that'll be my message to somebody like don't overlook all the positivity that's coming your way. Like don't do that. Don't be that person. Like don't ever be that person. Like don't ever be that person. Like don't overlook the positives, man. That's what a lot of people do. Like I said, man, everybody, when you reach a certain type of level, man, you're gonna have trolls. It's gonna come with the territory. I don't care how you look. Somebody gonna find something to talk about. Like that's what they gonna do. They gonna find something to talk about. Oh, your hair nappy and you're short, or you're this and you're that. The way you talk, I don't like the way that you sound. Like somebody gonna always find a way to talk bad about you. They gonna find a way to hate. Yeah, Tay, and when people say something about they was vegan and they still did, man, it's so easy to be like a vegan and not lose weight, and it's so easy to be a vegan and gain weight. More than likely, like you just wasn't doing it properly. I'm not saying she gonna reach the point to where she's a stick figure, but she could drop a few more pounds easily. You know what I'm saying? If she implemented some fasting and things like that, there is nobody on the planet that if they implemented fasting won't lose weight. Like if you don't eat and you continue to move, you are going to naturally shed some pounds. But a lot of times people go vegan and they still eating a bunch of the foods that put weight on them, you know? So it's real easy to still like to be a vegan and still be obese, overweight, not lose weight, maintain your weight, all of that. You know, especially in 2021, they got too many processed vegan foods. Vegan cookies, vegan donuts, vegan this, vegan that. So it's real easy to be a vegan and be unhealthy because they got all these processed vegan foods. So that, like I said, that's why some people just use the term plant-based because, man, you could be a vegan and you could be eating all type of trash. Yeah, Walker, man, like Lizzo. What I'm saying with Lizzo, I've seen plenty of people in her situation because I train them. I train them, man. I trained a lot of obese and overweight women, and a lot of times it's mental. It's the mentality. It's the mentality. The work you got to put in is hard, and a lot of them just don't be wanting to work. It just is what it is. But y'all, with that being said, man, I gotta tap out real quick. I may come back. I got an appointment here with a potential client. So I'm gonna build with this client real quick and I'm gonna catch y'all in about another hour or so. If not, I'm gonna definitely catch y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be easy. Peace.